Hi, welcome to my video. My name is Kinera, and if this is not the first video of mine you're watching, welcome back and thank you so much. So in this one I'm going to show you how to make a moss pole for any of your climbing plants, or like the monsteras or the philodendron Brazil, those sorts of plants. This is a really quick tutorial. It should take you less than 15 minutes to do it. And it's also, in my opinion, really cost effective compared to buying a moss pole off of Amazon. And first I'm going to show you everything that you need. So you're going to need some moss, and the moss package usually comes all dry like this. It's a orchid moss, which is all sphagnum moss, and I bought it at my Lowe's. So it's all dry. That means you're going to need to hydrate it. I would recommend just using a stock pot if you don't have anything like a bucket or something specific you use for plants, and just hydrate it for about a good 10 minutes or so and then drain out the water. And for the moss pole I'm going to be showing you how to make, you just need some poultry or chicken wire. So here you go. Here is the one that I bought. It's 36 inches high, so that's about 3 feet tall, and this whole thing unravels to about 25 feet. So that means there's lots available for you to make your moss pole, obviously, and to make multiple or to stack it up as your plant gets taller. Oh, and this came out to about $17, which I also think is great. The one I specifically bought has grooves that are about 1 inch, which I thought was a good amount of space compared to the 2-inch ones, which seemed really big, because obviously you want space for any of the roots to get into, and if they're too small it's going to be too difficult, and I feel like, and if it's too big I just felt like the moss might fall out. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut my moss pole, and let me show you how I'll be doing that. I'm going to be using these like heavy duty wire cutters because this is heavy, like strong wire. And another thing about the poultry wire, another reason that it's a good idea, is because poultry wire is meant to be outdoors. That means it withstands different weather elements, so you know it should be pretty good. So I'm going to be cutting mine to be about 8 inches long. That's about 8 of these squares, and luckily since these are 1-inch squares, that's going to be really easy to calculate. Just count out 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I want to include this. I'm going to be like cutting it from around here. Okay, so I have my wire all cut. What's great about it, it's so malleable, so you can easily just shape it into a pole. All right, so I have my general shape for the pole, and I'm just gonna fill this up with the moss that I've soaked.
In order to close the moss pole, you should twist the cut wire into the 1-inch openings so it's completely sealed and the wire won't be able to accidentally open.
All right, so here is my moss pole, and every now and then if you see any gaps anywhere, you can just take moss that you have left over and just go ahead and fill it in. I left a little space at the bottom of this on purpose, and that's because I wanted to show you the additional way that, the 2 different ways that you can pot this. So one of them is to just put this straight into the pot towards the back, and the other option is to use a bamboo stick. Just put it like halfway up this pole, and then use the rest of it to help stake it in your pot in the soil, so it's not taking up too much space in your pot while also having a sturdy foundation. And that's the one that I'm going to be doing today. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this entire one. And these also you can find at Lowe's. I got them at Lowe's. You get, I think, like a pack of 6 or 8 of them for $1 something, which is great because they can also help you support your other plants if they're getting tall and tipping over. All you really have to do to put it through the moss pole is to put it in and just give it a little twist as you push, right? Just twist it a little as you're pushing. So I have my potting mix. Just gonna get some soil in there. All right, so I have some soil in here. And next I'm gonna decide where exactly I want the plant. And then first you're gonna wanna get your pole in there and then your plant, just so everything is spaced out properly. So my moss pole is all set and I have my Addisonii on here. I'm just gonna use some green plant wire that I have and just tie it over here and there so it's not just falling off like that. So thank you so much for watching my DIY moss pole tutorial. I hope it's helpful for you and it's a good way to be even more hands-on with your plants. And I especially like it because I can see my hard work coming together to help my plant grow some more. So if you've already made a moss pole and if you have any tips or tricks or suggestions that you think would work well for anybody else or even for me, because I know I'm going to be making a couple more for some other plants, please go ahead and do leave them in the comments below. And if you like this video, thank you so much for watching it, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you!